So in the Bible, Jesus said, let the dead bury their own. Now, I know I spoke a little bit on this before when I was teaching on something else, but for anybody who didn't see that, I don't want anybody to think that this verse means that you shouldn't bury people. Now, or, have funerals or anything like that. I know some religions don't believe in having funerals, and I'm not sure if this is the verse why or not, but I know that when he says, let the dead bury their own, we know that literally a dead body can't get up and bury another dead body. So we know there has to be some interpretation that has to be involved with this verse. And one of the things that stands out to me is that in this verse, it's about a man who when you look at the context of it, it's a man who came to Christ and was like, hey, I'll follow you wherever you go. And Christ was like, I don't have a place to sleep. And then he pointed at another guy or spoke to another guy and said, hey, you come follow me. And the guy responded and said, Lord, I will follow you, but let me go and bury my father first. So when Christ said to him, you go preach the kingdom and let the dead bury their own, the thing that we got to look at, the first thing that stands out to me is that the man clearly said, Lord, I will follow you, but let me go bury my father first. By him saying Lord, that's acknowledging that he knew who Christ was and that he believed on him. So then Jesus said, you go preach the kingdom, let the dead bury their own. So Jesus was telling him, hey, I have something for you to do right now. And Jesus also, by him saying, you're going to preach the kingdom, that means you're talking about the things of life. Because Jesus is the truth, the life, and the way. And he says that to this man, let these people be concerned with death. I need you to take concern with life right now. That's how it looks to me. So this man has something to do right then and there. But, all of us, even though we're supposed to be concerned with life, we may not have something where God say, listen, I need you to go do this right now. Don't worry about doing that right now. There are things that can be done. If you look at the situation with Mary and Martha, Martha was always doing other stuff while Mary was focused on Christ. It didn't make Martha a bad person. It's just that Jesus was letting her know that Mary was picking the better part. So when it comes to letting the dead bury their own, we have to always know that life is more important. And see, ever since 2020, there's been a lot of deaths in the world. And I'm sure for a lot of y'all, it's been close to home. I thank God that for me, I only know one person personally who, an old friend who passed from COVID, but I still have seen a lot of deaths this year and last year, but it wasn't due to COVID, it was because of many other things. But still in all, we've all seen a lot of death over the last 2 years. And I've seen some people, this is taking a toll on them. They're making decisions that they wouldn't normally make, out of fear. And you have some people who are just real beat up and hurt and depressed and, going through some things because of what they're experiencing. That's where let the dead bury their own comes in. Because we have to remember that we have to stay focused on life. and that we can't let what's happening in the world break us down. We still have jobs to do. We still have children to take care of. We still have people to minister to. We still have life to live. So there's still much more. We have a purpose on this earth. If you didn't have a purpose on this earth, or when your purpose comes to a close, that's when God is going to take you or place you wherever you're going to be. You know, either he going to take you up or he going to send you the way you're going. He either going to take you or send you. And that's when your purpose is fulfilled on this earth. But until then, if you waking up and breathing every morning, you still have a purpose. So I just want to remind everybody, I know it's hard and I know it's depressing. And I know that, you know, we're all anxious and wondering when is it going to stop and, you know, whatever. But we have to keep going. We have to keep going. And I think that's one of the main messages that Jesus wanted to give us when he said, let the dead bury their own. It's a lot of people that's dying that still don't know him. And it's a lot of people that's watching these people die that don't know him. But those of us who do know him, we need to stop being so concerned about death and start focusing on life. And the way we do that is we put in work while we're still here. You know, I heard somebody say that a lot of people, you do more for people when they die than you did for them when they was alive. When a person died, we spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars trying to bury them if we don't have insurance on them. But what did you do for that person when they was alive? When you saw them doing wrong, did you correct them? You know, when they needed something, did you offer it to them? See, that's the kind of stuff that separates us from the dead. Because those who don't do those sort of things, who don't lend helping hands and don't try to show people the right way, it's just like we dead in Christ's eyes. So I'm not going to spend a long time on this message, but I just want us to shake back and keep moving forward, because in the days to come, you know, I don't know if those days are going to be during our generation, our kids' generation, or the next generation, or whatever. But in the days to come, man, it's going to get worse. You know, it's going to go, at some point on this earth, it's going to go from people just dying natural deaths and dying because of sickness and whatever, to, you know, Christians being murdered because of what we believe in. So there's more to come. And at the rate that this world is going right now, before that even happens, it just seems like it's getting worse. We don't know if it's going to turn back to the way it used to be. We don't know if we're going to get a break. According to the Bible, I do believe there's going to be a break because the Bible calls this the beginning of labor pains. And we know that there's a pause between each labor pain. So hopefully that's the case. But anyway, again, we just need to start focusing on life, focusing on the people that are still around us, focusing on those we can still help, and focusing on what we can do with our life. You know, let's start focusing on what's really important. And that's not just the things of God. You know, that's just everything in our life. What do you want to do? What type of job do you want to have? What do you want to teach your children? You know, what do you want to represent? Like, it's so much that we need to make decisions on. And when I say we need to make decisions on things, it's just certain things that we need to decide, you know, what people we want in our life. You know what I mean? Just decisions that involve our everyday life that's going to impact how we live and how we affect other people and how God sees us. So That's all I got, man. That's all I got, man. It's a beautiful day outside. I hope everybody doing good who hear this message, and I hope everybody who don't hear it good. And I hope that, if you receive this message, that you spread it to somebody. I don't mean like and share. I just mean tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? Tell somebody, focus on life today. Because that's what's important, the ones that we still have with us. And what we still have. And what we can still do. That's all I got, man. Love y'all. Be blessed. Be watchful.